Hey everyone, I have updates on things to come, expanding through the list of unique questions you all have asked on 2025 so we can gear up and come together in our communities to prepare to survive this year until the new administration is in January of 2026. I did learn that, and we can already know that it's going to take the next administration in 2026 to get the immigrants out of El Salvador, but that for those who make it out, it won't be until July of 2026 because the time that it's going to take in the fight when the new administration takes over to get them out of there for those who were illegally sent to El Salvador with no due process. This is something that we are going to need to fight and stay on top of our senators, not just the next administration all the way up the chain, but a continued fight for immigrants and for citizens that are being sent there as well. Pam Bondi is just a figurehead. She's just a pretty face, if you will. She doesn't have any powers. She's not taken seriously. And she's also there to make it look like she finally has a position of power. She hasn't grown to anything in her career. She's just a figurehead. Talking is what I learned. That there are people who are actually in charge, who are behind all this decision making, and that she just gets to announce it. So, we're looking at the wrong person when it comes to the decision making time. Pam Bondi is not a thing. Social Security, the biggest concern that I have right now is that I learned that Social Security is going to crumble and that it's going to take, I wrote down 4 years that I learned that's to recover, but that it wasn't going to be the same. And Kamala Harris confirmed tonight that what she knows is that they're fighting to protect Social Security because it's on the chopping block. This is a major thing that's coming up that is going to impact tons of people and lead to losses of people who are dependent on that. People are going to go homeless. And not to mention this issue with the supply chain due to the tariffs and what's happening with this tariff war right now. We are going to go through a major food and water shortage, not to mention medications. And this is going to lead to losses. And this is going to lead to scarcity. That's going to lead to having limitations on how much we can buy from the shelves because of how we need to make our resources last. And we're already seeing patterns on the shelves as well. When it comes to accountability, the Doge Boys, as we will call them, will be held accountable. Pete Heggs is going to be held accountable. And eventually, Musk will be too. But Musk, it's going to be a while because he's going to run away with his money that he has in the bank. I was given Russia for him. And that he's going to run, he's going to hide with his money so he doesn't face jail time, he doesn't face consequences for his actions. But there's going to come a point when he comes out of hiding that he will finally be arrested. The person who's going to take the most brunt of the consequences is going to be Vance, which I call Vance Refrigeration. It's going to be him. The reason why Orange Humpty Dumpty is not going to be is because Orange Humpty Dumpty is going to pass away in June from his second stroke. I did get confirmation from a friend that I now have who works for the federal government that it was in the email, it was spoken about in meetings, and that I've left people stunned, for those who do know about it, who are not able to speak out about it, that it was him September of last year that was picked up at Mar-a-Lago. And so he will be gone. But karma will follow him and he will have to pay that back. And he's going to have to, through his life review, look at how he's impacted everybody that he's touched through all of his hate, his policies, these presidencies, and long before that, given how he's run his businesses, the racism, SA, and worse, grapes, so forth. So he's not getting away with it on his soul journey, even though it seems like he's just going to get away with it in this life because it's easy to just pass away before seeing a jumpsuit. One of my other big concerns has to do with environmental disasters because of the loss of NOAA. I've predicted this in previous videos already. There are some states that will still have some services for predicting to help plan, but states like Florida will not have warnings this year. And so that worries me. I have family and friends in Florida. I'm worried about hurricane season, tornadoes, wildfires. And this is all calling for a level of vigilance, not just planning, so we can all band together and get through this. The registry that they were wanting to build, starting with registering autistic people, documenting autistic people, is not going to happen. They're going to fight to make it happen. They want it to happen, but the registry is going to be stopped in its tracks. So that's not happening. Not only is that not happening, but that also means it's not expanding. We don't need to worry about that. We can just get that out of our minds. It's not going to happen. It's not going to take place. Somebody asked me if there was going to be chemical attacks in the U.S. That's a no. The stock market is not going to recover, and Social Security is not going to begin the process of recovery until the new administration is in. This administration is not going to do anything. There will be banking collapses of both Wells Fargo and Citibank this year. That I can tell you in these predictions that I was given as well. And I understand there's certain protections, insurances with Wells Fargo, not Citibank. And so I recommend ahead of that if you are banking with Wells Fargo or Citibank, to get away from those two and move to other banks. There's been way too many bailouts for the rich through these banks, and they're just not going to last. So it's going to be very vital to get away from those two banks. Tariff war will not end until after Orange Humpty Dumpty is gone. And the no food in this tariff war is one of the big things that's going to lead to the ousting of this administration. I was told that we are going to see the cabinet members out one by one. Like, we remember how we saw that in the first time that this administration was in. We're going to see that again leading up, and then that no confidence vote and forcing removal and accountability for POTUS will take place, leading to the adding of the new administration. All of this is being shared for educational purposes. My sole purpose in doing these predictions through hypnosis is to demonstrate what a important resource the subconscious mind is, as along with intuitive gifts. This is a focus on hypnosis to prove the subconscious is such a strong resource, not just for direction and for healing of your own self and your body and your mind, so forth, but also for warnings and insight and things to come, so you can prepare because of how much our subconscious protects us. And so I hope as you book sessions with me for your healing, for enlightenment, for guidance, and as you watch these videos too, that you will fully be awake in yourself, even through first-person experiences, through sessions, to this fact. So that way, going forward, you can learn how to tap into that wealth of information, that connection to your subconscious, and allow that to help guide you through your life and protect you through this life on your soul's journey. My website is youretherealconnections.com. Please feel free to share questions in the comments below. Share, do the thing. I love you all. I'm here to support you and to do what I can. If you take nothing else out of this, if you don't believe in predictions, if you don't believe in these predictions, then take this as entertainment. Nobody's forcing you. But try to be gracious and nice no matter how you feel about what I'm doing. Period. I won't keep any comments that are bullying of any kind. So, but as long as you're reasonable, I'll see you in the chat. I'm going to go to bed now. Good night.